Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. I've been asked to discuss the realization of Pingala from the 11th canto, chapter 8. Yeah. So please bless me that I'm able to discuss that. And yes, so thank you very much. Let's do little kirtan, then we discuss. जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जननंदन यशोदनंदन व्रज जननंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जननंदन यशोदनंदन व्रज जननंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे जय राधा पार्थ साथी राधा श्री राधे जय राधा पार्थ साथी राधा श्री राधे जय राधा दामोदर श्री राधे जय राधा दामोदर श्री राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. So for today's session we will discuss shloka 11th chapter 11th canto 7th chapter and the verse number is 20. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Atmano Gurur Atmaiva. Atmano Gurur Atmaiva. Purushasya Visheshata. पुरुषस्य विशेषता यत् प्रत्यक्ष अनुमानाभ्याम श्रेयो असौ अनुविन्दते Word by word translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Atmana, of himself. Guru, the instructing spiritual master. Atma, himself. Eva, indeed. Purushasya, of a person. Visheshata, in a particular sense. Yat, because. Pratyaksha, by his direct perception. Anumanabhyam, and application of logic. Shreya, real benefit. Asau, he. Anuvindate, can eventually gain. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. An intelligent person, expert in perceiving the world around him and in applying sound logic, can achieve real benefit through his own intelligence. Thus, sometimes one acts as one's own instructing spiritual master. I repeat. An intelligent person, expert in perceiving the world around him and in applying sound logic, can achieve real benefit through his own intelligence. Thus, sometimes one acts as one's own spiritual master. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please hear. As illustrated in this chapter by the conversation between King Yadu and the Avadhut, a sensitive, reasonable person can acquire real knowledge and happiness simply by carefully observing the world around him. By observing the happiness and distress of other living entities, one can understand what is beneficial and what is destructive. Srila Jiva Goswami states in this connection, Guru Anusharane Paravartaka iti artha. The knowledge acquired by one's own perception and intelligence leads one to appreciate uh, the value of the representative of Lord Krishna. The word Shreyas in this verse indicates that one can advance in life through one's own intelligence. By good association, one should gradually come to understand one's eternal position as servant of Krishna. And then one becomes very eager to live in the company of other enlightened persons. Birds of a feather flock together. The symptom of an enlightened servant of Krishna is that he is eager for the company of other such great souls. Thus, by one's sensitive and rational observation of this material world, one should come to appreciate the value of spiritual life in the association of the devotees. Let's do Mangalacharana. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां सजीवम् सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता श्री राधा कांता नमस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। भूते महद्भिर्यैमा पुरो विभो निर्मायशेते यदमोष पुरुषा। भुङ्क्ते गुणान् षोडशात्मकम् सोऽलङ्कसृष्ट भगवान् वचांसि मे। श्रीकृष्ण शरणागतम् कथामृतं सततपिबतम् भक्ति वेदांत मार्ग पंथनम् सर्वलोक ऋषि देव जन्म प्रसन्नम् सर्वलोक ऋषि देव जन्म प्रसन्नम्। Hare Krishna. So you must be wondering that, like I said, I've been asked to discuss the realization of Pingala. Well, it comes in the next chapter, but I thought we should get some context so that we can appreciate. And that pastime is actually spoken by Lord Krishna himself. You know? So let's try and understand what happened, and why did Lord Krishna speak to Uddhavji. Yeah. So what had happened was the Yadu dynasty, by the curse of the Brahman, they were going to be finished, as you know that past time. And then Uddhavji speaks to Lord Krishna, and Uddhavji realized that Lord Krishna is about to wind up his pastimes on planet Earth, and he was going to go back. So Uddhavji approaches Lord Krishna and he tells him that, my dear Lord, I understand that you are about to wind up your pastimes and you are going to go back your dham. So can I also come with you? I also want to come with you. Then Lord Krishna instructs Uddhavji and he tells Uddhavji that, now the Kali Yuga has come, and the effect of Kali Yuga will be so wide, and that it will be very difficult for the good people, or for anyone for that matter. It is going to be very difficult. So Lord Krishna then instruct Uddhavji first. So Lord Krishna tells Uddhavji that, Uddhav, what you should do is, he says, Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu. 11th canto, 7th chapter, verse number 6. So Lord is saying, Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu mayyavesham manas samyak samadrag vicharasyaga. Lord Krishna tells Uddhavji that, my dear Uddhav, that now you should renounce everything, or the so-called affect, the sneham, towards the family, bandhushu, family members, swajan, the so-called friends. Yeah? You should just parityaja. Parityaja in Sanskrit, it translates that you should leave, completely leave, but with some exception. Sometimes when we say parityaja, we mistake it. We take it in such a way, oh, I'm renouncing everything. But renouncing from everything or renouncing from one thing means renounce from one thing, but you want to attach to something else. Yeah, that Lord Krishna will speak to him later on. But he is saying parityaja, so first you, so-called your friends and relatives, you detach yourself from them. Parityaja, tyag kar do. You leave them. And then what you should do? Manah samyak. Then mayyavesham manah samyak. Samyak means completely. Completely your mind is absorbed in me. Avesha also means to capture, to seize. You know how sometimes you hear that something has been seized. Sometimes you hear these stories that the army has seized the control of the city. So then, by seizure, what it means is, or sometimes you hear that heart was seized. Then without the permission of the army or the controlling authority, nobody can enter and nobody can come out. Very important. So that's what it means. Maya Vesham Manas Samyak. Yeah. So you should seize your mind, you should seize your mind, right, completely, so that nothing unwanted can come in, right? So that it's completely under your control. And then what you do? Then with that, samadrig, also very important. Samadrig means you should have equal vision towards everyone. Very important for the devotional service, for anyone to progress in the devotional service. Sometimes it's easy to say, but we have to keep trying. Yeah? Samadrig, yeah? Equal vision. Yeah? Aham mamabhi. Bhagavan Kapil Dev when he's instructing Mata Devuti, he tells Mata Devuti, Aham mamabhimanotthai kama lobhadi virmalai. Vita yadam manas sukham manas shuddham. Vita yadam manas shuddham. Adukham asukham samam. This is me, that is mine, aham mameti. Yeah? And these are called mal. Mal is something which is okay. When your man is purified, vita yada mana shuddha. When your man is purified, becomes shuddh, then aduk means sukh, and asukh means dukh. Adukham asukham samam. Then whether it is distress, whether it is happiness, then you become same. And with that vicharasya gam, then you go around earth. Right? Gam is in earth. Then you should do that. Like our Srila Prabhupada. He had reached that stage. And he went around the earth. And you see so many temples. So that is the first instruction Lord Krishna gives to Uddhav. Okay. Then the instruction continues. Yeah? And I will link up to the realization of Pingala, but just understand, if I can please. Yeah. Then Lord Krishna says, by doing this, what will happen is Sarva Bhut Suhrad Shanto. Right? Bhut as in all the living entities. Right? Sarva Bhut Suhrad. That is the quality of the Lord actually. Yeah? Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Yeah? Suhrad, I am the true well-wisher of all the living entities. Gnatva mam shantim rachati. Just by knowing that, you get the transcendental peace. Yeah? So Lord Krishna is telling Uddhavji that Uddhav, you become sarva bhut suhrad shant. You become the well-wisher of all the living entities and shant. Then you become peaceful. Yeah? When you are peaceful, then next step he says, Jnana Vijnana Nishchaya, as in you are determined. You are situated, firmly situated with full determination in this science. Gyan and Vigyan. Gyan is theoretical knowledge and Vigyan is practical realization. Yeah? So theory is what we hear and practical is we realize that. Yeah? It's like we read, but then we go to the temple to do the service. Yeah? You go out on the street to distribute the books. Yeah? So you have realized that through that practical experience. So Jnana Vijnana Nishchay. Sarva Bhut Suhrit Shanto Vijnana Nishchay. Yeah? Pashyan Madatmakam Vishwam. Once you get into that state, Uddhav, then you see the whole world Mad Atmakam. Then you will see me everywhere. And then you see the whole world as an expansion of me. Yeah? Mad Atmakam. You see me everywhere. And Uddhav, if you get that vision, Na Vipadet Vaipuna, then you will not have to come back again. Vai is certainly, Puna is again, Vipadet is you won't have to come back again or take another birth. Yeah. So Lord Krishna gave these instructions to Uddhavi. Uddhavi wanted to go with the Lord and the Lord said, no Uddhav, you stay for some time and you do these activities. Which Rasega, you go around. Yeah. Like our Srila Prabhupada went around just to preach. And in third canto there is also a reference Lord Krishna tells, no Uddhav api madanuno. Uddhav is not as in like atom, even to the atom. He is not like inferior to me in any sense. He is just equal to me. That's what Lord Krishna says. No Uddhav api madanuno. Yat kunairna ardita prabhu. Because he is not impacted by the various modes of nature. Yeah. So after Lord has instructed Uddhavji, now Uddhavji speaks to Lord Krishna and he tells their Lordship that, my dear Lord, the yoga, the science of yoga that you have spoken to me, yeah, this is Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yogena. Yeah. So now he says, the yoga that you have spoken to me, my dear Lord, you are the Yogesh, Yogesh Yoga Vinyasa. Yeah. 11th canto, 7th chapter. This is verse number 14. Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa, Yoga Atmana Yoga Sambhava. My dear Lord, you are the Ishwar of the yoga, mystic yoga. You are the Ishwar or Bhakti yoga. Right? All the yogas come from you. Yeah? Yoga Vinyasa. And in the translation, it is said that Yoga Vinyasa is translated as, even for those who are unqualified, to your mercy, and you give them your devotion service. They get your bhakti, right? They get that yoga, taste of that yoga. Even for them, those who are not qualified. Yogesh, Yoga Vinyasa, Yoga Atmana. You are the Atma, you are the, main originator of yoga, yeah? Bhakti yoga. Yeah? As, you know, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, when he had that discussion with Mahaprabhu, so he concluded, he said that Nij Bhakti Yoga, he says that the Lord came himself. So, sorry, I'm not able to remember that, but Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says that he came to teach his own Bhakti Yoga. Yeah, Shikshartham Eka Purusha Purana. That who is the Puran Purush, who is the Adi Purush, yeah, yeah, who came to himself that Bhakti Yoga. So the Chaitanya Rira Dhari, yeah, who is, yeah. So that's what Uddhaji is saying, that, my dear Lord, that you are Yogesh, you are Yogatmana and Yoga Sambhava. That this is possible because of you, right? Nishraya Saya Me Proktas Tyaga Sanyasa Lakshana. Right? It is, you are very merciful that you have spoken this supreme, for my supreme benefit, Nishraya Saya Me Proktas. Proktas as in, you have spoken to me, Tyaga Sanyasa Lakshana. So you have spoken this to me, that through renunciation, how can I achieve that? Yeah. But, my dear Lord, I think it is very difficult, because people who have become Vishaya Atma as in sense gratification, people who are so much into sense enjoyment, whose soul enjoying the Vishaya Bhoga has become their soul itself. So they are called Vishaya Atma. Their soul is always entangled, or their consciousness is always thinking of Bhoga, Vishaya Atma, my dear Lord. For them it is very difficult. You saying renounce the family, renounce the friends. But people who are entangled, who are saying Aham Mama, people who are saying this is me, that is mine, right? It is very difficult, my dear Lord. You have spoken that, and not just for the ordinary people. I myself, my dear Lord, is so entangled into these relations that I'm not able to come out of that. And I'm not sure how will I be able to follow these instructions. And I don't see, my dear Lord, anyone around who can guide me in this. If I look around, even Brahmaji, even all the demigods, they are so much entangled into the sense enjoyment. They have this Deha Abhiman. They think, I've got this body, I've got this position. So, my dear Lord, there is nowhere for me to go. And I look up to you. You are the only one who can guide me, who can tell me. So, my dear Lord, please instruct me. Please tell me, how can I cross over this? How can I follow these instructions that you have given me? And then he surrenders to Lord Krishna. And then he says, Tasmad bhavantam anavadyam anantaparam. Yeah. Sarvagyam Ishwaram Kuntha Vikuntha Dishna Nirvinnadhira Aham Uhe Vrajinabhitapto Narayanam Narasakham Aham Sharanam Prapade Narayanam Narasakham Sharanam Prapade. 11th canto, 7th chapter, shloka number 18. Uddhavji now surrenders to the Lord. He says, my dear Lord, Vrajinabhi Tapto, I am burning in this fire of material, this material entanglement, all these relationships, this fire. Vrajinabhi Nirvinna, right? I am so distressed, and I don't see anyone else. It is only you. Tasmad bhavantam. Anavadyam anant param. My dear Lord. Right? You are anant. Right? Sarvagyam. You know everything. You are the supreme controller. Ishwaram. Right? Kunt. There is no one powerful than you. Vikunt. You are the Vaikunt Dham. Right? Dhishnam. Yeah. So, my dear Lord, I don't see anyone. Right? Vrajinabhi tapto, I'm burning. Tapt as in burning. I'm burning in this fire, in this fire. Nirvinna dhir, aham uhe. So, what does he do then? He says, Narayanam narasakham sharanam prapade. So, my dear Lord, so I take your shelter. Sharanam prapade. I surrender. You are Narayan and Narasakham. You are the true friend of all the living entities. Yeah. So I surrender. Now, as Uddhavji has made this surrender, he has made this submission to Lord Krishna. Now, Bhagavan Vacha. Now, Lord speaks. So, Lord tells Uddhav, Prayena Manuja Loke. 11:7:19. So he tells, Prayena Manuja Loke Lok Tattva Vichakshana. Yeah. And then he says, Prayena is very often, Manuja Loke. In this lok, it actually refers the lok, you can say your surroundings, right? The thing just doesn't the geographical things. It also means the things that are happening, the activities, the pastimes. If somebody is dying, somebody is going somewhere, or somebody is taking birth, right? So that is what the lok consists of. It is not a physical location. Yeah. So Lord is telling now Uddhavji. By the way, I must mention that Uddhavji is a disciple of Brahaspati. Yeah. And Lord Krishna himself said that Uddhavji is not inferior to me in any sense. He is just equal to me. So Uddhavji is making this submission, and Lord Krishna is now going to tell him about the various gurus. Yeah. So Lord Krishna says to Uddhavji, Prayena Manuja Loke Lok Tattva Vichakshana. Yeah. Very often Manuja is in Manushya. In this Lok Tattva Vichakshana. Yeah. Lok Tattva is in, like I said, the Tattva is means we have to see around what is happening. You know how Sripad Shankaracharya says. Yeah. Sripad Shankaracharya says, Ate kanta kaste putra sansaro ayam ativ vichitra kasya tvamka kut ayata. Yeah. Kasya tvamka kut ayata chintya tattvam chintya tadiha. So Sripad Shankaracharya in that famous Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam. So what Sripad Shankaracharya is saying is that we should think like Brahmajinas, Kate Kanta, Kaste Putra. Kanta is a wife, lover. Yeah. Who is your wife? Yeah. Kaste Putra. Saro Aya Ativi Vichitra. He says this samsara, this world is very ativ, vichitra. You know, vichitra is in Vishesh Chitra. Chitra is like a photo, yes, which is not real. So this is a vichitra. So this samsara, physically you can say, geographically, also the whole samsara that we have created around us, like my wife, my son, my children, this is my house. So think about it. Sansaro ayam ativ vichitra. Kasya tvam? Who do you belong to? Think about who do you belong to? Yeah. And kut ayat. Where have you come from? We just think we are here. This is my world. But no. We've been going around these cycles of birth death for so many times. We have been born as different species. Yeah. And then tattvam chintaya. This is the tattva. Think about it. Yeah. That's what Lord Krishna is saying. Lok tattva vichakshana. Vichakshana is think analytically. Why is this happening? What is the reason? Now we have this COVID pandemic. People are saying China has done this. Australia is saying we should do an inquiry against China. Do you think that really is going to work? Well, okay, let them do, because they have a job to do as well. They're the position holders. I'll tell you one story. It's real. Once in Russia, they are a communist country. Once in Russia, they all got together, and they said, this Lord, now we have to replace him. We have to replace him with someone else. Now someone else should take the position of the God. Someone else should rule it now. It happened. It was discussed in their parliament, or so-called, in that place. It was discussed. It came into magazine also. And then they said, okay. Then some Buddhijivi was sitting in that assembly, and then that person said, okay, we can replace him. But first we have to find him. First find him. Where is he? And then I think that that proposal was just put into the file only. But there are people. So they are also, analyzing chintaya, tattvam chintaya, at their own level of intelligence. They are also doing some chintan. But no. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. This is the highest taste. Yeah. Galitam phalam. Yeah. This is the topmost fruit. Yeah. So that's what Lord Krishna is telling Uddhavji now. Prayena manuja loke. And that applies to all of us, Prabhuji and Mataji. Uddhavji is asking for our benefit. When Krishna has declared him that he is not inferior to him in any sense. So Lord Krishna is now telling that lok tattva vichakshana. And just by analyzing that, what can happen? Now Lord Krishna says in the next line, samudharanti hi atmana. Samudharanti is they can get out of uddhar. You know how Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tesham aham samudharga mrityu samsara sagar. Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 verse number 6 and 7. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि Mai sanyasya mat para. Yeah? All this karma, all these actions, if you take sannyas, if you renounce all these karmas, mat para, and you take my shelter. Yeah? Anannena eva yogena mama dhyayanta upasate. Ananya ena yogena. That I am the only one, or Lord Krishna is the only one. Ananya, there is no second. Eko devo devaki nandan eva. Yeah? With that mood, with that determination, mama dhyayanta upasate. If you think of me, if you meditate upon me, and upasate, you do my upasana. Up is closer. Asana is sitting. They, by meditating upon me, if they are coming closer to me, with the mood ananyan eva yogena. So this yoga is bhakti yoga. Yeah? With that yoga, if you are coming to me, tesham aham samadharta mrityu samsara sagara. Hey Parth, I uplift them. So Lord Krishna uplifts them, but here Lord Krishna is also saying samudharanti hi atmanam. So here the action, what action do we do? Right? That is the point. You look around, you analyze the situation, right? And then by analyzing, by properly channelizing our energies, right? Finding, being with full determination, right? Then we can uplift ourselves in the sense we become qualified. Ultimate, the upliftment will be done by Krishna only. But by analyzing this, the tattva, right? Thinking in that sense, so that's what Krishna is saying. Samudharanti hi atmanam. Yeah? They can uplift themselves. And how they uplift themselves? Then in the next line, fourth line, he is saying Atmani eva ashubha ashayat. Yeah? So my dear Uddhav, all that here you described, ashubha asha. As in ashubha is inauspicious, asha is in desires. So all of these unauspicious desires, Uddhav, that you have described, people who are Vishayatma, people who think this body is mine, people who think this family is everything for me, right? They are all ashubha asha. Asha is in hope, as in expectation. Yeah. So they can uplift themselves. Yeah. So, yeah. And then in the next verse, now Lord Krishna clarifies. He opens the secret, put it this way, yeah? Which is today's verse. And in that Lord Krishna is saying, Atmano Guru Atmeva. Now he is saying a living entity is can be a guru of himself. Yeah? Mind you, let's be clear. Lord Krishna is Jagat Guru. Yeah? So Lord Krishna is the Supreme. So it doesn't mean we become our own spiritual matter in the sense that there is no position of spiritual master. Spiritual master is there. He has given us the instructions, but we have to follow the instructions. And to follow the instructions, we have to apply our intelligence. We have to look around us. Spiritual master can't be there with 24 hours with us. These days we exploit our spiritual master. We take all our troubles and go to spiritual master. His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami used to say that all these disciples, they are not my disciples, they are my Jamai. Jamai as in they are my Damad. Damad as in son-in-law. You know how a son-in-law goes to father-in-law? So that's how Maharaj used to say. I mean, there was deep love in that statement, but the point is, we go to our spiritual master with all these problems. Spiritual master has given the instructions. Prabhupada is given 4 principles, 16 rounds of chanting. Read Srimad Bhagavatam, read Bhagavad Gita with instructions. But then end of the day, in your day-to-day life activity, around ourselves. So that's what Lord Krishna is saying in this verse. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Atmano Guru Atmeva Purushasya Visheshta. So Lord Krishna is saying that, Purushasya, the human being, there are other living entities also. They can't be guru of themselves. An ant can be a guru of an ant. A donkey cannot be a guru of donkey. Or monkey see monkey do. But a human being, bade bhag manush tan pawa. You've got this human body. Manushyanam sahasreshu. So here Lord is stressing the point that Purushasya Visheshta. Atmano Gurur Atmeva Purushasya Visheshta. Certainly Purush, the human being, they can be spiritual master of themselves. They can be guru of themselves. And let's be clear, I repeat, that doesn't mean it takes away the position of spiritual master. Spiritual master has given this. Now, in your day-to-day application, you have to become your own master. That's what Lord Krishna is Uddhavji. Because Uddhavji was saying, oh my dear Lord, I'm not able to get away from this. How do I do that? So Lord is saying, no, you can be the spiritual master of yourself. Yeah? And then, how can you do that? Yat pratyaksha anumanabhyam. Very important. Pratyaksha. Prati, aksh as in eyes. Right? Yat. Because you can see from your eyes. Anumanabhyam. You can apply the logic. You can apply the intelligence. Once Srila Prabhupada was going for morning walk, and he was walking past a house. There was a big house, and Prabhupada said, one day we will have a big house for Krishna. And the devotees, disciples were walking with Prabhupada. They said, Jai Prabhupada. And then as they walked past, there was a big car coming out of the house. And then Srila Prabhupada said, one day we'll have a big car for Krishna. And they said, Jai Prabhupada. And as they went further, then there was a big dog running out of the house. And then Srila Prabhupada said, one day we will have a big dog. And the disciples said, or the devotee said, Jai Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, are you fool? What will you do with the dog for Krishna? Yeah? So the point is, we use our intelligence. Yeah? Spiritual master has given the instruction. So that's what Lord Krishna is saying here, that yad pratyaksha anumanabhyam. By seeing, prati is directly, aksha as in from your eyes, anumanabhyam, you can apply the logic, you can do that processing. Yeah? But we like to do a lot of negative processing. Yeah? But Krishna is saying processing in the positive sense. Yeah? What I can learn from them, other living entities, by seeing. So that's how you can be guru of yourself. It doesn't replace your spiritual master. Yeah? Yat pratyaksha anumanabhyam, because by looking at them. Yeah? And then he says, the shreyo asav anuvindate. Shreyo is, it is very beneficial. Asav is to that person, anuvindate, you get a lot of benefit. You can benefit by yourself. Yeah? So, we clear? We can be our own spiritual master by looking around things and analyzing those things. Now, in this context, Lord Krishna tells Uddhavji that, okay, let me tell you a story. And before his story, Lord Krishna also tells Uddhav that, Uddhav, there are one-legged creatures. There are three-legged creatures, four-legged creatures. There are so many creatures. But out of them, the Priya Purusha, the human beings are most dear. Yeah? And then he says that in this context, how one can be a guru of himself. In this context, let me tell you a pastime. So now Lord Krishna tells Uddhavji that, my dear Uddhav, one of my ancestor, Yadu Maharaj, Yadu was son of Yayati. So he says, Yadu Maharaj, once he was walking, around his kingdom, and then he saw a young Brahman. He saw a young Brahman who was just lying on the street. Even though he was lying on the street, he was like unaware of his surroundings. He was Atma Ram, he was full of bliss within himself. He was so handsome, full of bliss within himself, so strongly built. And when Yadu Maharaj looked at him, Yadu Maharaj said, "Oh, how come he is so happy? He has nothing, but he is still, roaming around without any fear, without any worry." So Yadu Maharaj then approached him. Yadu Maharaj approached him, and Yadu Maharaj inquired from him that, "My dear Brahman, I have a question. I am seeing you, and I see you are so full of bliss. You are so much enjoying yourself. There is no problem, and I don't see any sign of worry. Right? And you look so happy. Eh? What is the secret of your happiness? Eh? How have you gained this state?" Eh? Then that Brahman, he tells Yadu Maharaj, that, "Oh, oh my dear king, yeah, yeah, Santi me bahavo rajan, Santi me gurvo rajan, bahavo buddhya upashita." O king, I have many gurus. Santi me bahavo. Gurvo as in guru, and bahavo is too many. Lot of gurus. I have made a lot of gurus, and how did I make them gurus? Buddhya upashrita. With my intelligence, I have taken their shelter. Yeah. So this is where Lord Krishna. Please remember that. Yeah. 19 verse and verse number 20. Atmano hi atmeva. Samudharanti hi atmano. Yeah. Lok tattva vichakshana. So that's what that Brahman, he was Abdul Brahman, that's what the Brahmana is referring to. He said that I have made many gurus. Yeah. From my intelligence, I took their shelter. And then he counts those gurus. Yeah. And he counts those 24 gurus. Yeah. I'm sure you must have heard that. If not, you can read at your own, or maybe I can just read the name of the gurus. Yeah, we'll try to finish on time, but I'll just read the names of the gurus. So he's saying the earth, air, sky, water, fire, moon, sun, the pigeon, the python, the sea, the moat, the honeybee, the elephant, the honey thief, not just honeybee, honey thief, the deer, the fish, Pingala, the prostitute named Pingala, yeah, the Kurara bird, the child, see, child he's considering a guru, Kumari, the young girl, Sarakrit, the arrow maker, the serpent, the spider, the wasp, yeah. So like this he counts 24 gurus. Yeah. Ete me gurvo rajan chatur vinshati ashrita. So he says, O king, these are my gurus, chatur vinshatir ashrita. I have taken shelter of these 24 chatur vinshati of these gurus. Now how has he taken shelter of these 24 gurus? Yadu Maharaj asks, how have you taken the shelter? So he says, Shiksha vrittibhir etesham. Their vritti, as in their nature, their actions, by observing their actions. Etesham, of all of them. By observing the actions of all of them, Shiksha, I have learned. Yeah, I have learned from them. Yeah. And then he says that Shiksha Anva Shiksha Iha Atma. Yeah. Because that Shiksha, that knowledge, that Gyan I have taken from them in this world, from these 24 Gurus. And one of these 24 Gurus is Pingala. So in tomorrow's session, we will discuss what did Avdut learn from the prostitute Pingala. And once again I repeat, this is being described by Lord Krishna to Udharji. Conversation between his ancestor Yadu Maharaj and Avdut Brahman. Yeah. And like I said, I repeat again, it doesn't replace your spiritual master. Spiritual master is there. Yeah. So just to recap, what we have gone through is Lord Krishna was about to leave the planet Earth, wind up his pastimes. Uddhavji goes to Krishna and Uddhavji says to Krishna that I also want to come with you. Then Lord Krishna instructs Uddhavji that Uddhavji, you please renounce all these relationships and you go around, you apply your man and mind fully in me, absorbed in me, and you go around the earth. And you go around the earth, you become a well-wisher of all the living entities, you become very peaceful, and then by the realized and by the theoretical knowledge firmly fixed in the knowledge of the Supreme, you do that. And if you do that, then you will be able to see me everywhere. And when you see me everywhere, then you won't have to come back again. But you won't have to come back. Uddhavji made a submission. My dear Lord, you have spoken all these things to me, but my dear Lord, I am so much entangled into me and mine. I'm so much entangled into these relationships. I still consider this body as mine. Right? It is very difficult for me. I can't find any instructor. I can't find anyone other than you. Even the demigods, the Brahmaji, no one is there. They are also Deva Abhiman. You please instruct me. I surrender unto you. I'm burning in the fire of this material existence. Yeah. Vrajinabhitapto, I'm burning. My dear Lord, you are the Narayan, you are the Narasakha. Sharanam Prapadde, I surrender it to you. And then Lord Krishna says to Uddhav, yes, Uddhav, I understand this may be difficult, but in this lok, you can analyze the situations around you, lok tattva vichakshana, by using your intelligence. Samudharanti He Atmanam, the living entities can definitely get out of this. They can definitely, uplift themselves. And they can uplift themselves by being their own spiritual master. And it doesn't replace your spiritual master, by the way. Very often we start thinking, we get that abhiman, we think I'm the master. Otherwise, our situation will be punar mushiko bhava. You must have heard, we just celebrated Kartik. In that past time there was that mouse, who went to the Brahmana, and the Brahmana then made mouse a cat, and then cat to dog, and then dog to lion, and tiger, and then he tried to chase his own spiritual master, and then he said Punar Mushiko Bhava. Then he became a mouse again. So we can be made mouse again. That's what we've been going through. It doesn't replace that, very clear. But what it is saying is that you look around you, you analyze the situation, Lok Tattva Vichakshana, as Sripad Shankaracharya is saying, we should see where have I come from, who is my wife, who is my son, who do I belong to, what is the purpose of my existence. So if we analyze the things like that, Lord Krishna is saying, you can become your own guru. And in that context, Lord Krishna discusses or shares a pastime about his ancestor, Yadu Maharaj. And Lord Krishna also says sometimes there are two ways. One is the direct experience, and sometimes we learn indirectly. Srila Prabhupada in the Nectar of Instruction, first shlok in the purport, if you read, Srila Prabhupada explains that there are two classes of people. One who just learn by hearing or by seeing, but one who wants to do it himself and still doesn't learn. It's like a thief. A thief knows, if I steal, I will be put into the jail. But he will steal again, so those are the fools. They don't learn. But intelligent people, lok tattva vichakshana, that's what Krishna is saying. You look around, you see, you analyze the things with the positive thing. Yeah. But the precondition is you have to be surrendered to Krishna. Yeah. Pariprashnena sevaya. So you surrender to the spiritual master. So similarly, you surrendered, you got blessing. So you look around yourself, analyze the situation, and by that analysis, then you can. So like this, Yadu Maharaj, when talks to Avdut Brahman tells him, I have 24 gurus. And out of 24 gurus, I have learned something from all of them. And one of the guru that he is calling is Pingala, who is the prostitute. So he has learned from her. Now what he has learned from her, we will discuss tomorrow. Right? So Hare Krishna Prabhuji Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I seek your blessings. I seek your forgiveness. If I said something which wasn't to be spoken, please forgive me. जय 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 श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की, श्री श्री राधा पार्थ सारथी भगवान की जय, जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Dhamma.